In every junior cert exam, you will be asked to do a sketch, and that can be either of an ordnance survey map or an aerial photograph. So here we're going to look at the ordnance survey sketch. The very first thing to do is to divide out your ordnance survey map that you were given in the exam, like this. And this will help you locate items that you're going to be asked to put into your sketch map, which you will see in a moment. The next thing then, and also don't worry about these lines, this actual map that you're given in the exam doesn't need to be handed back in, so you can do this in big thick lines if you want. Okay. The next thing we do is get our frame that we're going to draw. So here's the frame that will go onto your exam paper that you're going to hand in. And how I got the size of it, was I measured the length across the top and divided that in half, and used that half measurement to do the top and the bottom. And then I measured the side, divided it in half, so use that then for the half length there, half at the side. So there's our frame. It's the half scale. Divide the top and the side in half and use that as your frame. Then we must include a title and a northerly compass. Now this is a landscape perspective. You can also have a portrait perspective of an ordnance survey, which is longer up and down, is the portrait example. But the north arrow, compass arrow on the side here, is always going to be like this, whether it's landscape or portrait, because we know along the right hand side as you read it are the northings. So that arrow there as north has to go on the side here with your title, and it's always a sketch of the area that is on the map. So this is Westport Bay. I could have also done just Westport itself, sketch of Westport or Westport Bay. Either or would be fine. And now we're ready to start putting in things that we're going to be asked for. So first of all, we divide lightly with pencil our sketch. And these are can be rubbed out. They don't have to be, but these can be rubbed out at the very end when you're handing in your exam paper. So the 4 things I'm going to be asked for, it's normally 4 things, because the sketch is normally worth 12 marks. So each of these things is worth 2 marks. And everything above here, the frame, title, and north, is for the other 2 marks. Okay, sorry, out of 10, not out of 12. So it's 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10 for the frame, title, and north. Now, I haven't been asked to include the coastline, but you must always include the coastline, even if you're not asked. Always. So now we can start putting in the items. The first one is the railway line. We can see the railway line here, thick black line. This intersection here is going to help me locate it onto my sketch. So now I've drawn it onto the sketch there now, and I label it. So number 1 equals number 1, railway line. Nice and clear. The second thing is the National Primary Road. Here we can see it here, the green coming into the town and labelled as well. National Primary Road. The youth hospital is the red triangle here just above the train station. So there we go, and labelled youth hostel. The final thing is the river, which we can see coming in from the left hand side, bending around towards the coastline and entering Westport Bay here. And I've used those lines, those intersection lines, to locate where it is that I'm putting it on my sketch map. Notice as well that I've used different colourings for each item, because sometimes on your sketch map the lines might cross over, and say for example the railway line and the National Primary Road, there might be a bridge and it crosses over, for example. So if you're using just black, sometimes the lines might not be as clear if they're all in the same colour. So it's better to use them in the different colours. So here we have our final sketch map, and this is what should be on your page as you hand it in. If you want again, you can rub out these intersecting lines, but you don't have to.